Okay, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. Let's do this. I've always loved the Lord of the Rings movies. I've loved them since I was a kid. I was first introduced to them when I was 7 is when I first heard about them a lot. I played the Lego video game, watched the movies for the first time around then, and they've always been a big part of me. I watched all the Hobbits in theaters. They weren't that good, but they really did help me grow to love Lord of the Rings more. And overall, this is the first chapter in a great trilogy. Because this movie's so good, I'm going to start talking about a few of the flaws first. It does suffer from the kind of setup. Spends a lot of time setting everything up. Well, it does most of it good. It does kind of bog down a little bit at times. Oh, by the way, I'm reviewing the extended editions here, just so you know. And then I feel like there are too many scenes focusing on Arwen and Aragorn's relationship, which is never something I've been too invested in throughout the series. There's just too many scenes of it here. When it comes to the movies, I feel like the extended edition for Fellowship of the Ring is kind of half and half for me, because on the pro side, there's more stuff with hobbits, and I feel like it gives a better introduction to them at the beginning. But on the con, it just adds way more scenes with Aragorn in Rivendell that I just find unnecessary and uninteresting. When it comes to the pros, got a lot to talk about, so I'm going to get right into that. Elijah Wood, great job as Frodo. He starts off really perky and chipper and happy and in love with the Shire. But then throughout the series, you really see him degrade, kind of become depressed. And this is kind of the start of that journey. You really see that start to happen. Nothing to the effects of Return of the King or Two Towers, but you see a lot of that. Ian McKellen, genius casting as Gandalf. He was perfect in the role. He can be fun and enjoyable and just a party person at times. And then at other times, he can be just absolutely terrifying and really cool, just beating people up with the staff. And I really enjoyed that. Sean Astin is Sam. Sam is my favorite character in the series, just because he's always the optimist. He has loads of cool moments. And here, he doesn't have much to do. He doesn't have much to do in Fellowship, but he does have some great moments, like chasing after Frodo at the end. Of course, a friend brought this up to me, but I am a little bugged that he still calls him Mr. Frodo. But I guess it's probably a tribute to the books, which I really haven't read in a long time, so don't talk to me about the books in the comments or anything. I'm just talking about the movies here. Sean Bean is Boromir. I love Sean Bean. And he really made the character of Boromir, you really disliked him, but then you knew he was a good guy, so they did that really well. Sean Bean's always a great actor. Been in a lot of great things. So I like his performance here. There's really no problems with performances in this movie. Viggo Mortensen, great as Aragorn. Billy Boyd, Dominic Monaghan, great as Merry and Pippin. Orlando Bloom, John Rhys Davies, all great in their roles. I thought Hugo Weaving, this is his worst performance in the series as Elrond. I think he was really good in the last one, not as good here. Cate Blanchett, pretty good as Galadriel. I feel like at the beginning of the movie, they don't do great effects for Sauron. For the giant kind of armored Sauron, I don't think they do great effects for him at the beginning of the movie. But I guess that's kind of just me. The Ring, they do such a good job, with the ring and showing its temptation towards people. Great establishing shots. The effects in these movies are amazing. I love how they use the New Zealand landscape and they kind of morphed that with Middle-earth to make, the land. It's just so cool and impressive. A lot of the action is really cool in this movie. I love it a lot. It's amazing. I would probably say this doesn't have my favorite. This is probably the least climactic movie when it comes to action, but there's still a lot of great fight scenes, like in Amon Hen or in Moria. But, not as good as the later films. I'm gonna say this right now. This is probably my least favorite in the trilogy. Just because the lack of action, it does have a lot of setup that does get paid off later, but you don't feel much of it here. But overall, I still love the movie. It's a great start to the trilogy, and I will be talking more about the trilogy later. It has a few problems, but overall, still a great film. You really love Middle-earth and the Shire. Oh, the music. I never brought that up. I love the music so much. It's one of my favorite scores. And, well, anyway, I'd give this movie probably a 9 out of 10. Love it so much. One of my favorites. And I would put it up there as one of the great movies. Maybe, yeah, 9 out of 10. Okay, hope you guys liked the video. Like and subscribe if you liked it, I guess. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.